want to say my cousin Becky came in from Muncie, Indiana, too, so I wanted her to say hello.
Becky Reason.
Say hello. Okay. And this is the greatest honor in my life. But before this, the greatest honor in my life was something that was done at the Farmington Unitarian Church. I wrote a poem because it was an assignment for a class I took there, and they put it on the front of the service at that time. That was in 1990. And in 1994, a certain young lady by the name of Gwen Foss, who is here this evening, took it and put it to music. And they not only had it on the front of the program at the church service, but they had the whole choir singing it to me. And it was just the most thrilling thing. I just was so touched. So now I'm going to read the poem. It's not that great, but it was really great having it done. Okay, the name of it is Still Seeking. And Unitarians will understand that. You ask if I'm still seeking. Of course, I'll always be. For I believe that life is change, at least it is to me. The answers to my questions don't have to be in stone. My search for truth may not be yours, not be mine alone. Nobody else defines my faith, yet I have faith to spare. Yes, I have love and hope and will enough to share. As long as I am here on earth, as long as I'm alive, a world at peace with justice is the goal towards which I'll strive. My children, sister, mother, dad are dear as they can be, but all the people of the world are family to me.
Now I want to read something for my friend, Julianne Spillman, who has directed me in plays, and we've been in shows together. We did 9 plays here in the Red Door Players. And Julie said she was married in this church. Well, I can beat that. I was married here twice. I call it Spillman's Recovery, because she's been through many adversities, but she always recovers. Julia, through every metamorphosis of your varied and interesting life, one thing is clear: your smile is always there. Like the Cheshire Cat, you popped up with sad stories or with joyful ones, but always with a smile. We shall cherish it. The only time you didn't smile was when you sensed injustice. Then the smile was replaced with a resolute frown, and we had to follow you, because the contrast was so profound. We'll miss you, Miss Spillman. You will be remembered as a fighter, as a generous friend, as a wonderful actress and director, as Pinky the Clown, as the center of whirlwinds of resistance to the stupidity of inhumane policies, but most of all, we'll remember the smile, which transmitted your courage, your sincerity, and your love. I hope the Californians will notice what a jewel they have among them. Have a happy life in the Golden State, because we are giving up our Golden Lady. Remember to remember us. Our love goes with you, along with our birthday wishes for happiness and an active life. Shake 'em up, Julie. The big earthquake will seem tame after you begin to organize them. Make Mother Jones proud of you.
Oh, Pete, that was so unexpected pleasure. That was just wonderful. You can tell you're an actor. You really do have a beautiful voice and a beautiful strength in your reading. I want to invite up here for just a few words Catholic priest John Nolan, who all of you know, I'm sure.
Did I hear someone say sing? I may be older, but I am not crazy to try and sing in the presence of this woman. No. I am here representing the Pope. Who just has too many other things he gets caught up in. He doesn't seem to delegate the way he should. Ordinarily, I get that reaction when I say that, and ordinarily, of course, it's not true. Most of the time, we're trying to educate the Pope, unsuccessfully. But this time it is true. As I mentioned, I don't know how uncomfortable you are to be on the same side as the Chamber of Commerce and the Pope. Have us all re-examining our position. But it was a year ago, January, that I went to Cuba for the first time. I actually didn't want to go. I wanted to send someone younger because, as it was shown, I may need help going up and down the steps here. But I'm delighted that I went. I never would have said before, even though I've been somewhat knowledgeable about Cuba for the last 30 years or so and involved, I would never have said until I went to Cuba that it is, from the 7 days I spent there, which isn't much, but from what I saw, it is a model for the world. Certainly a model for the United States. Now, we could have a long conversation about the particulars of just what that is. Many of us know about the universal health care and the meritocracy in education, universal education, and the much more freedom in the political arena than we've been told. The 601 in the Assembly, they're elected by their local communities. Don't need thousands and even millions of dollars to run for public office. People know who they're sending and send those. How many have been to Cuba? Oh, well. The choir should come up here then, huh? This whole business of talking to the choir. Yeah. Valuable because I wouldn't have realized that. But most important is not that we go. It is a great gift if you can, and anybody who's interested, there are people here who can tell you how that can happen. Be part of a delegation that goes and has a chance to look for yourself. Cuba from a distance, Havana from a distance, looks like, at least to me, the great many cities of the world. You look at a postcard and have to read which city it is. But there, the difference is stunning. The buildings are in some serious stage of disrepair, but the people look terrific. Didn't see anyone who was overweight, but didn't see anyone who was undernourished, even though the embargo and the blockade has reduced the intake every day to about half of what the target is and was. Didn't see in the days of wandering the streets, didn't see anybody who was impoverished, certainly by the way they were dressed and the way they looked. Didn't see anyone who needed dental care, unlike the streets of this city. Didn't see anyone begging. So it's while they're under siege, clearly the majority are in this together. I remember going to a school where they were training people to be union representatives, and there was a a neonatal specialist, someone who is not only a pediatrician but has some advanced training in that, who was obviously of African American descent, who said that he was enabled to become that because of the educational system. He came from a very poor family. So the racism that plagues our country, as even the sexism, is nowhere near that in Cuba. But again, most important is that we don't go, but that we join in making the majority opinion the reality, that we get the blockade ended, and so that we can, among other things, learn from the Cubans how to recreate our own society. And perhaps the most important way to do that is to be as knowledgeable as we can be about what's happening there, so we can counter the misinformation that has been laid on us for the last 40 years, as well as joining in things like this. So if you'd like to talk any more about that when we go into the hall, I'm sure there'll be an opportunity.
Picture. This is Irma Henderson, past president of the City Council of Detroit, and a wonderful, wonderful woman. Thank you.
Hi, Irma. Well, you look very beautiful tonight.
Doesn't she though?
Oh, she looks wonderful.
Gorgeous.
Yes.
So thank you.
Yes.
You'll be glad you took this because she is one of the what would you say, icon, I say, of Detroit. Yes.
That was great violin and guitar playing you did, Michelle. Awesome.
Well, I really appreciate. I mean, I really need that.
What did you think of this concert tonight? Pretty
I think
great,
it was
eh?
fantastic. The variety and ensembles, musicians sharing the music. The people responded really well. And eclectic type of, rhythms. Everything in one night.
Right.
This is like 10 concerts in one.
Yeah. Yeah, one of a kind for
Yeah,
sure.
that was a beautiful experience for me.
That's great. And here we have the promoter of the concert. Here's Bill here.
This is our
Video
Barbara
guy.
Dane Returns to Detroit. It's such a pleasure working with
Bill
her.
Meyer.
This
Flowers
was a
for
unique
Bill.
event. 15 years it took me to find a good show to put together. And here she is, right here, Barbara Dane. Thanks, Barbara.
Bill Myers. Bill Myers is. I have never in my life come across a producer like Bill. He's
Well, it's because I'm not a producer, that's why.
unbelievable.
I believe in what she believes in.
Both in the music and the show and the publicity and the everything. Just and the presence of mind he has on stage is remarkable.
Both
Given
of
all
you.
this stuff,
Well, anyways, we had some tremendous musicians with us today. And
sure did.
and they helped make these things. So
You
everybody.
played one solo.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You played one solo. I played one solo.
I didn't get to do
You
Careless Love.
you should have
I
had-
didn't do the song I wanted to do because we had to
he
cut
didn't.
songs.
We had to cut.
Listen, I have a gift for both of you.
Oh,
This is a copy of the flyer from the Living End in 1967. Bill, you want one of these?
oh
I
I'm so
saved it.
happy to
What
have
is it,
that.
Barbara Dane from when?
January
Let's see it.
1967.
Oh, that's cool.
Is that good? Is that?
Is
I don't.
that
I'll bet
ever-
you didn't. I'll bet.
I forgot where the place was. I was trying to think where it
Yeah,
was.
that's it.
Oh, okay.
You know what happened at this thing? I want to tell you, Mike. Muddy got sick. He had high blood pressure, and he was having nosebleeds and things. So his doctor told him that he shouldn't perform that week. So, well, you know what he did? He gave me the band for the week. So I had Otis Fan and everybody for a week. Whoa, dream.
Okay,
huh?
come over here. Sign this. Sign this poster for me, please. If I don't get your autograph every 30 years, I'm missing my stride. Just right
So
across-
you're a fervent fan of hers?
Can you see my face okay with that? You got your clinical.
Oh yeah, it's great.
Close angle lens on it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So he's Stanley Kubrick style.
Okay.
You're wonderful. Now stand here. Stand here while my friend. Okay.
All right.
Ready? Hot jazz.
All right.
Okay.
Come back. Come back.
There's the rhythm man. Help hold the beat down for the whole show. That's great. You didn't miss a beat once.
Can't afford to miss a beat, man. Makes the rhythm lopsided, man. Then everybody looks around at you like, what?
Well, you did great, man.
Thanks.
You enjoy yourself tonight?
All right, sure. I just wanted to...
Did you enjoy yourself tonight
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot? Yeah, I'll bet.
Oh, yeah.
Quite a lot of stars and wonderful performers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know, working with Bill Meyer, this stuff is always challenging, you know, so...
Yeah.
You know, there's never a dull moment, I can tell you that. Never.
All right. Great.
Get into it then.
Here's that great guitarist.
That great guitarist is Bill.
Bill.
Lemperis?
Lemperis.
Lemperis. I'll
All
get
right.
it right one day.
And were those your original compositions, or one of them?
No, the one song was Barbara's son Pablo wrote it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Pablo Menendez of Grupo Mezcla in Cuba wrote it. Bill got the charts at midnight last night, and
Congratulations.
that's what a good musician can do overnight. Right?
Wow,
He did a
that's great.
job.
That's good. With wonderful social commentary too.
Opportunity to work with you. Appreciate it.
All right, great. There's the bass man. There's the bass man. Hey, great job.
Thank you.
The heartbeat of the whole band there, along with the rhythm section.
That was a great opportunity.
Wasn't it? You enjoyed yourself thoroughly, I bet, eh?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. Good job.
Facebook, it's back in order.